Zidane Danny, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Electro Ninja's Lab. Witch Hat Atelier Volume 5. It is out, and I have it. It came early, so now we can actually talk about it. Oh my gosh. Oh, for those of you who aren't fully aware about Witch Hat Atelier, quick reminder that it is my favorite manga, and I've talked about it a decent amount here on the channel. As of right now, there are currently 5 volumes here in America, with volume 6 coming out, I believe, later this year. I'm not exactly certain exactly when, but it will be soon, and I believe that volume 7 is supposed to be coming out in December or something. The exact dates don't matter. The point is that volume 5 is out over here in America, and honestly, I am so happy. Volume 5 continues the story of Witch Hat Atelier. Now, there have been many arcs, I guess you could say, in the past 4 volumes. And if this were to actually make it into an anime, I would actually assume that Volume 4 would probably if they take the normal path as a short season for the first arc and then more seasons later, or longer seasons later, then probably Volume 4 would be where it ends. Dealing with a lot of stuff that, well, is kind of important. But Volume 5 concludes the second test arc, which actually is kind of a weird arc to talk about. Agate and I want to make sure that I say her name right. Relic, however you say her name. Basically, the blue-haired girl, who is on Volume 4, are taking their second test along with a relatively new character, but Riche, I guess is how her name is spelled, or pronounced, and the other character is, making sure I say his name right, Eno something. Yeah. For those, so hopefully you guys have read actually through the. It doesn't really matter who he is, but the point is that this volume actually concludes that arc, I guess you could say, and basically the main characters are on their way into a. The characters went into a decent trial during the last arc, and in the last volume, and Coco and Tatia, who is this girl, along with Master Quillfree, all fall into a pit, and where they have to fight golden humans who have been turned to gold by evil witches, and lots of really fun stuff ensues. A decent amount of battles, which were really, really well drawn. We get to learn more about the Guardians, or whatever they're called. I always forget what their name is. But this is the leader here on the back. At least as far as I'm aware, that is him. So we get to find out more about them, and eventually the arc concludes with with them saving the boy, which to a certain extent, and them going off to the Great Hall. Oh boy. Oh, there is a lot to actually unpack from this, and there's a lot of theories to actually be had about Witch Hat Atelier. And honestly, I love this series. personally, I'm kind of cautious to actually start making theories about it, though, because of the fact that, well, not very many people read manga as the first step. Most people will watch the anime first. But this series is honestly fantastic and really does deserve to actually be read, as well as eventually get its own anime adaptation. Um, Along with the fact that the Kamome is friends with, make sure I say her name right, Miya Kazuki, as in the creator of Ascendance of a Bookworm. Yeah, those two are friends. So, yeah. The fact that this doesn't have an anime adaptation yet, while Ascendance does, is kind of shocking. And Ascendance is going into its second season soon, so. Or I think it might, maybe it's just its second half. But the point is, this manga is amazing, and we get to see more of the development of the characters' friendships. And Coco, we get to find out more about why the brimmed hats are after her, calling her something along the lines of the child of hope, whatever that means. And honestly, I'm really glad that they did what they've done so far in the series. There is honestly so much that can be read in this series, and it's honestly a ton of fun. I will admit that certain parts of the manga feel a bit rushed in this volume, but the main reason for that is because of the fact that they want to keep the brimmed hats as much of a mystery as possible. There is actually a few things that are actually worth delving into, such as the fact that now we know that Clofree happens to have a brother who is, or something, who is on the sides of the side of the brimmed hats. So that looks interesting, but, or more accurately, a twin, most likely. So that's interesting, and yeah, honestly, I really want to talk more about this series, but this is just my review. So let me know if you guys want to actually hear my theories about Witch Hat Atelier. I will be doing some, but not quite as many as, say, Miraculous and My Hero. At least for right now. Mostly because not very many people are into that. But anyways, guys, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Definitely make sure to pick up my favorite anime, Witch Hat Atelier, all 5 volumes, because honestly, the manga deserves all the love it can get. But anyways, guys, I have been Electro Ninja. Hopefully you have enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. But on!